Hello and welcome back to this Hardcore Barbarian guide, where I try and give you some tips and tricks getting a character through all difficulties on Hardcore. So in the last game we found Bone Snap and Goblin Toe. We've not used Goblin Toe, but we did use Bone Snap for one run of the tower. I'm actually going to swap back to the weapons that we had, just so that if you're following along, if you don't find Bone Snap or an equivalent weapon, then we'll be on par. We're level 35, we're going to push to around level 40 in farming the tower whilst we're looking for runes, and we also want that White Partizan to make our insight rune word, which is going to be a big boost in damage, probably enough to take us through the entire game. So with that, we'll put Goblin Toe back, make some room for Bone Snap, and we'll use the weapons that we had. I'm going to use that axe in my offhand, and I think I'm actually going to go back to steel, because it's going to give us that 20% increase, 25% increased attack speed. And the open wounds. The increased attack speed on your main hand is always good. Skill wise, we are currently 5 on Howl, but we will want to take this higher, especially as we're looking to complete the game on Hell difficulty. The last areas in Hell are level 85, and the way Howl works, it's your character level plus the level of Howl. That's what level of monsters you are able to howl away. So if we're looking to be probably around level 70 to 75, we need at least 10 points into howl. We took find item to level 5, there's a bit of quality of life, might find some better gear as we go. We took all of our weapon masteries to level 2. This was mainly for the chance of critical strike, and the other main one was natural resistance to 5 to give us that big boost in all resistance. Combat skills, we've just opened up everything to 1 point. You have a couple of options. I like Whirlwind, Berserk is also good, Frenzy is also good, but they're situational. Whirlwind is the best at killing trash mobs, Berserk is the best at killing single targets, like elites and champions, especially ones which are resistant to physical, and Frenzy is really good for act bosses. So we'll probably use all three. So with the next couple of skill points, I will open up Frenzy, and I'll probably take that to again around level 5. So with that, we're going to power on through, farm the tower, get all of our runes that we need. And I'm just going to do this as a bit of a highlight video, so as I hit levels, as we find any good items and gear, I'll show them clips just to save a bit of time. We can howl all the little ones away while we kill the main one. Have a quick check on our damage. It's decent. We will need more points in strength. It's 113 strength for the Partisan, and if we remember, level 1, 2 and 3 we're killing everything to try and find that White Partizan. you do get packs of monsters, it's always good to use Whirlwind. It will do significantly more damage than Double Swing on multiple monsters.
Greetings.
That's decent. 6 max damage, 40 attack rating, 11 life. That's not bad at all. So we will definitely keep that. Kill specials. Item enchanted. That's my main guy gone. Again, let's fight in the corridor. So we found this 4-socket war scythe, which we could use for insight, but it's only a normal weapon, it's not an elite, so the damage isn't going to be high enough. For now we'll keep it, but I'll probably get rid of it.
I am overburdened.
Oh, that's 16. Not too bad. There we go. It's an upgrade for us, so we'll take that.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
So we found the bill, but it's already got 2 sockets on, which is absolutely no good for us. The only thing potentially we could do with this is make a strength and give it to our mercenary. But there's probably better options. That's a shame. Oh, very unfortunate. That's what we want.
I am overburdened.
There we go, superior partisan.
I can't.
So we just need to find our runes, and then we can make our insight. That's a really nice find. We did find this war scythe a while back, which I said we'd keep hold of because it rolled 4 sockets, but you can see the damage here, 15 to 36 versus 34 to 75. So we no longer need that war scythe. In case you didn't see where it dropped, it was from this clickable rogue that was on the the burning fire. And you can see in the top corner we are in tower cell at level 1. So as long as we use the Larzac socket quest from Act 5, which we still have available from normal, it's guaranteed 4 sockets. Well, I am on players 3 at the moment. I'm going to drop it down to players 1 now that we've found our partisan, and I'm just going to run through tower, ignoring everything, just until I get to the countess and kill her for runes. If you still need the partisan or the bill, obviously players 3 will give you better drop chances for finding your base items, but it will lower the chance of finding runes off the counter, so that's up to you to prioritise what you need. We are a little bit behind on level, so we could kill all these specials if we wanted to.
I am overburdened.
We got half a bar there, so that's not too bad. Shale, nice. that's a decent find. 5% life stolen, 5% crushing blow, 5 max poison res. It's effectively a free pair of blood gloves, which is quite nice. So we will definitely take that. So we've just finished farming the tower in Nightmare. We started at level 35, we managed to get to 43. We've played for approximately 2.5 hours and we did about 14 runs of the tower. We managed to find an upgrade on our weapon, and then we managed to get quite a few runes. So we got 2 Ams, a Soul Shale, Doll, 2 Hells and 3 IOs. And we also managed to find Venom Grip, which is fairly nice. So, the main thing, apart from the runes, is our Partizan. So, where do we go from here? This is obviously all my opinion, but what the 2 main things that you're going to need to progress through and beat the game is decent damage. You need a high base damage for killing normal monsters, and then you need a combination of high base and crushing blow to kill the end of act bosses. So we will use our Partizan to make Insight, which is going to give us our high base weapon for getting through the game. And then on our offhand, we will swap our Ancient's Pledge for Rhyme. So we'll equip this 2-socket shield with Rhyme. We can do that now. So Rhyme is Shale Eth. So we've got Shale, we've got Eths from normal. So we've now got our Rhyme shield, and the main reason we want this is for the cannot be frozen. It's still got really good stats, so 25 roll res, like as I've said, the cannot be frozen, increased block chance and rate, and magic find, so it's a very, very good shield. So we can swap out our Ancient's Pledge for Rhyme. If you didn't manage to find a Shale, you can just keep going until you do find one, or you can just keep with the Ancient's Pledge. Ancient's Pledge has better resistance, but you don't have the cannot be frozen. Our weapon that we're going to combine with Rhyme will be some sort of crushing blow weapon. So I've tidied my inventory up a little bit. We did actually have some crush flanges from killing Andariel in normal. I've got rid of them now. So we can either turn this steel into a strength, which is Am tier, or we could make a black rune word, which is full Ioneth. Now black will have more crushing blow, but it also has knockback. Knockback doesn't matter for act bosses, you can't knock them back. So let's do all of that now. So we've got Insight on our superior Partizan, so we need to go back to normal, and we're going to use the Act 5 Lorzuk socket quest to guarantee 4 sockets on our Partizan. And remember, you have to have found your Partizan in Nightmare Act 1 up until Tower level 3 and including Tower level 3. Once you go to Tower level 4 and 5, your Partizan will roll 5 sockets, not 4. Be very careful with that. So here's Lorzuk, we can add sockets to our Partizan, and there's our 4 socket pole arm, which we can now make Insight Ral Tier Tal Sol. So we have Ral Tier Tal Sol, and there's our Insight, which has got really nice damage. It does require strength 113.
Not
So
in town.
we need to put all of our strength into, all of our stats into strength to give us that 113. So we can do hold control and then left click will just apply 5 at a time. We can do that until we get to 113. So I'm at 113 now, but that's with a few extra points that I've got from charms and such. So although I've got 4 points left, for now I'm just going to keep them. Weapon needs to go on this side. So there's our damage at the moment. We are averaging roughly 150 to 500. However, a lot of that damage is magic damage. So if we look at this sword, it's given us an average of 50 magic damage, combined fire and poison. So if we critical strike, it doesn't apply to that damage. All of our skills that are increasing our damage only increase physical, not magical. And lifesteal and mana stolen also don't work. So 150 to 500, and we're now on 400 to 800. That's a big boost in damage. We've also got meditation over, so we should never run out of mana.
Impossible.
We don't really need these weapons anymore. They've served us well getting through normal. They can now go. Now the last thing we need is our crushing blow weapon to go with our rhyme. So we could either re-roll our steel, but that's going to use a hell rune. You might not have found one. So we can just go back to Act 2. So we're back in Act 2, and we're just going to buy new base weapons. Talk to Farah, and I was going to say we want a 3 or 2 socket, so there's a 3 socket flail, so we can make black with that. So black is better because it is going to give you higher crushing blow. I've got 3 IOs. Technically, I could turn 3 IOs into a lum, I believe, and I could then use that to make smoke, which is a very good body armor. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use the IOs to make black. You might not have found 3, so instead we will just make black, which is full IO Neth. So there's our full, our IO, and our Neth. And that's given us our 40% crushing blow. What you could do as well is you could make a set of blood gloves, which if you've managed to get a perfect ruby, it's a perfect ruby, a jewel, just any random blue jewel, a set of magic gloves, which you can easily get. The easiest way to get them is to buy them from gambling. So we go to any gambler in any act. We are looking for a lead, as these are. It's a leather glove with the gold. So just keep refreshing until you get magic gloves. And eventually, so they're normal leather gloves. That's not the ones we want. Here we go. Heavy gloves. So you buy 1 set, and as long as it's blue, which these are, we could use them to then make blood gloves. So we were lucky, we managed to find our venom grip, I think it was. Venom grip, which is more or less the same thing, life stolen, crushing blow, This gives us that extra magic resistance. So, but I actually don't have a jewel, so we will keep that, and I'll show you that in the next video. So, like I say, it would be the gloves of ruby, any blue jewel, and it would also be a nef. You'd put all them 4 items into the cube, transmute it, you get blood gloves. So we're just going to use venom grip. So we won't use our blood fists anymore. They are still good gloves, but we'll have our venom grip. So now we've got 45% crushing blow, which is really nice. And we're going to set our skills, so we're going to use that with whirlwind and concentrate. And then we'll swap back to our insight, where I want, again, whirlwind and concentrate. So we're now in a really strong position to go through the game and definitely complete Nightmare at a relatively easy, quick pace. We might have to make some changes to our gear when we get to Hell. So in the next video, I'm going to go back to Nightmare Act 1, and we're just going to progress the storyline, going as far as we can, all the way up to Act 5, where we will farm for experience to get our character up to level 60, 65, 70, depending on how much time you want to spend on farming in Nightmare. The jump in difficulty from normal to Nightmare is nowhere near as harsh as the jump from Nightmare to Hell. So it is much better, easier, quicker to farm the experience in Nightmare as much as you can, so that when you do go to Hell, you're in a much stronger position. So with that, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoy.